Are you ready?
Before I got money, I was in the truck kicking doors, and I'm just being honest. If you want smoke, then we cook up like an omelet, I'm just being honest. Throw me a 60 if I go to Magic or Honest, I'm just being honest. I keep a sticker or blicky in case it gets sticky, I'm just being honest. She know that I'm with it, I'm having this chicken, this trickin', I'm just being honest. Who really get to be honest? Hey, Punch be giving, be honest.
Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls,
Hey,
children of all ages, Candid
Sure.
at the Movies
yo,
proudly brings to you
mm-hmm.
its YouTube, Spotify, and Amazon Music
Yeet
podcast champions of the world.
of the world.
The most handsome man on the internet, Joe.
That's me. What's good, y'all?
The bald beauty, Big Nate.
Hey, man. And we are the Wrestle Twins. How you doing today, buddy?
I'm doing well, sir. How about you?
I'm doing well also. I'm just sleepy. That's all I am. I'm sleepy.
As soon as we hang up on this recording, you go take you a little nappy nap until tomorrow morning.
I will.
And that's the law.
That's law.
So, folks, this is our last video in our Black History Month series, and it's one we were bound and determined to make sure was going to be the very last on our list, because I feel like it has. First off, this man is very underappreciated in pro wrestling as a whole. Secondly, he is the first recognized Black world champion in the United States. We're talking about, from Perry, Georgia, Ron Simmons.
Ron Simmons, one of my favorites, one of my favorite people. I got a chance to meet him, take a picture with him and JBL, and the way I was smiling from ear to ear like I was a little kid in that photo.
Still a hoss of a man.
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
He still put a hurting on somebody.
At age 67, he'll still give it to you.
I'm gonna give you a one Ron Simmons catchphrase later in the episode. We do have a couple of announcements later on the episode. Some things we're gonna do moving forward. However, good news, if you're listening to this show on Spotify, if you're watching this on YouTube and you're just like, I wish I could listen to this on Amazon Music, because that's where I like my podcasts. Well, guess what? Now you can.
Chicken butt.
Well, chicken butt as well. Always chicken butt. And, had some delicious chicken today, but it was the tenderloin variety, not so much the butt variety.
Not so much the butt.
No. That's one millennial craze we never got into around here.
Yeah, we're not gonna eat that like groceries.
Not today.
Or ever.
Folks, Ron Simmons is so much more than a terrific powerhouse pro wrestler.
Yeah.
The foundation of his athletic roots. We just got to go back to Florida State University, a Seminole. And I've been saving this up all week. The tomahawk chop. And if I could say anything, it's that Ron Simmons wasn't just a good football player.
Yeah.
He was transformational. He was the kind of nose tackle you would want on any team. Two-time All-American, 1979 Defensive Player of the Year, and he anchored one of the best defenses in Florida State University history. And that's saying a lot, because Florida State's always had, well, not in recent years, but has had a lot of great defenses over the years.
Over the years, yeah.
Let's just ACC
no
football.
Offense to any of the Seminoles listening to this.
I mean, let's just face it. ACC football, man. We got Clemson, maybe Duke did great last year, but now we lost Mensa, so I don't think we're going to have a great season this year. Thanks, Mensa.
Deep and
also,
have always been kind of middle of the road, you know.
Georgia Tech's a team that they're not going to impress you with stats, but they're going to upset some of the best teams in the country at least once every year.
Yep.
Ron Simmons is the first player in Florida State University history to have his jersey retired.
Wow.
And the first Hall of Fame he was inducted into wasn't even a pro wrestling Hall of Fame. It was the College Football Hall of Fame in 2008.
You got to remember who he was coached by, because he had some really good coaches in both football and in wrestling.
You read my mind.
Yeah. First good coach that he had was Bobby Bowden.
One of the greatest college football coaches of all time. He was hard-nosed. He was in your face. He would not be popular in the NIL,
Nope.
NCAA days. But being under Bobby Bowden, it meant something culturally that he wasn't just an athlete. I think he was a respected leader in a football obsessed region, because you got to think this is North Florida in the 70s.
Right.
You did not get more gritty and tough when it comes to the world of football than North Florida at that time. Especially Florida State. The Tampa Bay Buccaneers weren't the Bucks that we know today, but they were still a tough football team.
They were the creamsicles at the time.
Yes. Those are some of the sickest jerseys, though. Like,
I still think those jerseys are so dope. Like, I don't, really follow the Buccaneers like that, but that's one of the best throwbacks in the league.
I don't follow the Bucks either, but I do love me some Baker Mayfield because he is just tough.
Shake and bake?
Yes, sir. In 1981, Ron was drafted by the Cleveland Browns in the sixth round. He didn't last long in the NFL. He was cut because, there was just a crowded defensive line room.
Yeah.
But to me, after watching some clips this week of Ron Simmons play college football, I think he could have been Myles Garrett before Myles Garrett.
Yeah, he was going to disrupt every offensive play. But like you said, it was deep then because Cleveland Browns playing against the Pittsburgh Steelers. So
I don't have my terrible towels with me right now, or I'd be waving.
Oh, come on. I set you up so good for that too.
I know. But you know what I do have beside me?
What's that?
Why We Love Pro Wrestling. An Eternal Love Affair with Sports Entertainment. Written by yours truly, forward by the most handsome man on the internet. You want to read this book. Okay.
Yeah, you want to read it. It's good. Because I read it.
Unfortunately, we didn't touch on Ron Simmons in that book, but hey, there's always another one, and there may or may not be another one coming out within the next year, hopefully.
Yeah.
But it's not wrestling. Though.
There absolutely is. Anyway.
He went to the USFL, which is kind of like minor league football. We still have the USFL today. I can't tell you I've watched a single game in the past few years, but he played for the Tampa Bay Bandits until injury slowed momentum. How many times have we heard that? We heard that with Junkyard Dog. We've heard that with a lot of former football players turned wrestlers. This is what happened to Vader as well.
Yeah.
But I said that to say, when Ron Simmons went to pro wrestling, he didn't go to pro wrestling as a nobody. He had an athletic background, an athletic pedigree that was second to none, and goes into training under the legendary, the late and the great Hiro Matsuda.
And let's talk about Hiro and his reach and what he did. Like, what is he famous for?
Well, for starters, he's the guy who broke Hulk Hogan's leg.
Yeah.
While Hulk Hogan was in Japan training. And I got to tell you, man, Hiro Matsuda wasn't a guy who was going to he wasn't going to train character work. He was going to make sure you were tough, you were stiff, and you know how to take a hit.
And hit.
Sink or swim. and trust me, Ron Simmons, got a picture of him right here in my notes. He could hit. Trained under Hiro, obviously one of the greatest, I think, coaches of pro wrestling from that era. I don't think Hiro Matsuda gets enough flowers.
No.
But he debuted in Championship Wrestling from Florida in 1986. Awesome thing about Championship Wrestling from Florida, that's where we got some of our best Dusty Rhodes moments. It is a legendary territory, and Ron Simmons, again, in North Florida, making a name for himself.
Jim Crockett, the Jim Crockett Promotions. And, he just came up, Great American Bash, and, defeated the Tahitian Prince in Lakeland. And
Florida, baby.
Yeah, Lakeland, Florida. Shout out to Lakeland.
Listen, I've been through there. I can't say I've stopped for more than maybe gas, but it's a pretty nice area over there.
Yeah.
It's hard to find a lot of ugly in Florida. Every time I've been, it's been beautiful.
It's
Went December one time, was able to wear shorts in Disney. That was great. Thought I broke my ankle on the monorail, but it's not the monorail. What's that called, honey? The train tracks over there in Magic Kingdom.
Oh, really?
The train tracks were there. Yeah, I thought I broke my ankle. I walked in, and I was whisked away in the magic of the mouse, staring down at the castle, and I just rolled my ankle right there in the tracks.
So the tracks was Kurt Angle, see?
Yeah, they were Kurt Angle too, just like that curve right down the road from my house.
Just like the ice that made me twist mine a couple weeks back.
Your ankle healing up okay?
Yeah, I'm good now.
Oh, good,
I even made it to the gym once this week, so I'm good.
That's what's up.
Yeah.
1989 is when our boy Ron made his debut in WCW, and he took no prisoners because he formed a tag team called Doom with another legendary talent in Butch Reed, and they were managed by a woman, Nancy Sullivan, also known as the late Nancy Benoit. And in just less than a year, Joe, They won the WCW World Tag Titles, and they were dominant, intimidating. There was nobody that could stop Doom.
It was a great heel move.
Just nasty with it, man.
Yeah,
Butch
man.
Reed is one of those guys too. He gets lost into the annals of history, but he was a great one. And then just a year later, this is again the trajectory of Ron Simmons from 1986 training into 1990. He's a World Tag Team Champion. 1991, he's feuding with Lex Luger over the world title.
Woo.
That's 5 years.
Yeah, to the moon.
It's not quite Brock Lesnar, but that's quicker than most people get to that level of wrestling. It was an experiment. He challenged Lex Luger, great legend.
My prediction
Wonderful.
is Trick Williams and Obafemi might be the next ones. You know, they might.
I would love to see it.
Yeah.
And on sidebar, since you brought up Oba,
All right.
is he taking Brock Lesnar's WrestleMania challenge?
Yes. Please give us Oba versus Brock.
You know what that would be?
Need that.
That would be two big, sweaty,
Beefy
men slapping man
meat. Get your shirt.
Get your shirt today.
I'm gonna get my shirt, but yeah.
Also, sidebar, as you guys know, we work together with Candidate the Movies. They're kind of a parent/sister channel to us.
Mm-hmm.
We're on the same merch store. They now have some merch available for sale.
Yeah. Listen, get you some tubs.
Get you some tubs, get you a little bit of everything, all right?
Yeah.
Even got a special edition horror movie shirt just for you horror movie fans.
Let's go.
Listen, if we're not going to do anything else, we're going to plug ourselves, okay? Pause.
Wrong kind of plug, brother.
It's 2026, man. You can get away with everything.
Not like groceries. Sorry.
The crazy thing is, man, they built this up and they didn't frame Ron as an experiment. Mm-hmm. He was a legitimate powerhouse, and it conditioned the American audience to know that he was something special. And just a year later,
but let me go back a little bit.
Oh yeah, let's go back.
89, where he went up against Junkyard Dog.
Yes, legendary,
and broke the rules in order to get the win, which was the beginning of his heel turn. Which, you know, I love heels. And we love Junkyard Dog, but we also love Ron. And Ron did his thing, going up against the likes of Junkyard Dog and Ricky the Dragon Steamboat. But continue. And that's what I wanted to say.
It's another feud that just kind of gets overlooked in the annals of time, right?
Mm-hmm.
I forgot about Doom until I went back and did some research for this video.
Well, he's done so much that, like, some of these things you'll forget how great, he was, but he's done so much. He's been so influential, just in general. So this isn't
to say anything bad about his WWE run, but if you only know WWF/APA Ron Simmons, you're missing out some of the best work in his career in WCW, which I'm going to say this. It's impressive that WCW, the Southern Wrestling Territory,
mm-hmm.
was the first to crown a Black World Champion. I mean, you think about it, right? We have the stereotype here in the South, sometimes rightfully so, sometimes not, of being the most racist area in the country. However, a Southern-based company is the one to have the first nationally recognized Black World Champion. Food for thought.
Yeah.
So it's like it's everywhere.
Well, it is. It is pretty like that down here, but also, have you been to Staten Island? I know you probably haven't.
I have. The furthest north I have been thus far in my life is probably Iowa, Richmond.
Oh, okay.
I'll count Iowa, even though that's more like Midwest territory. But
yeah, but still north compared to here. So
yeah, like I couldn't get sweet tea in Iowa. Like, what's wrong, Iowa? Come on. There is nothing in Iowa, Joe.
Iowa is right, though, about the sweet tea.
Sir, I understand your hatred for sweet tea. And I don't even drink sweet tea like that. I'm not. I'm more of a, coffee kind of guy, cheer wine and stuff like that. But when I want sweet tea, do not give me unsweetened tea and some sugar packets. Okay? That is a sin. They should have heard my accent and known better than to do that.
No, that's funny because the first time I traveled up to Chicago, it wasn't me because I knew
I've been to Chicago.
there was somebody who was like, we went to was it Giordano's for the pizza, and this guy's gonna ask for sweet tea, and I was like, don't you know not to ask for sweet tea here? Like that's not a thing.
Fun story about Chicago. I've been one time, and it was on a bus trip, and we had a 12-hour wait in Chicago.
Yeah.
12 hours.
Wow.
So me and some of the people that I end up making friends with on the bus, we're going to go get some food, going to get some pizza. I step out the bus station, and I heard pop, 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 pop. Several gunshots ringing out across the streets of Chicago.
Yeah.
I turned my fat country butt back around, and I ate a $10 hot dog at the bus station.
That $10 hot dog saved your life.
Listen, I'm a big target, so if somebody starts shooting my way, they ain't going to miss.
No, you can matrix it, brother.
Man, I am not that bendy like Keanu is. I just can't do it.
Well, speaking of Chicago, what's happening in Chicago this weekend?
This weekend, we got the Elimination Chamber.
Yeah.
It is going to be action-packed. Going to watch it on the delay, but it is going to be an interesting show. Who do you have winning the men's and women's Elimination Chamber?
I have Trick Williams for the men, and for the women, gosh.
And we got Stephanie Vaquer and Liv Morgan guaranteed for WrestleMania, by the way.
Yeah, golly. Who's going up against Jade Cargill? Man, I don't know. I got to think about it real quick.
I'm gonna have to chew on it. Yeah. But I think for the men's, it's not gonna happen. But just because the kid's so young and he's from North Carolina, I gotta pull for Javon. Yeah. Javon Evans, please pull this W out for us. Take on Drew, claim your title, be the youngest world champ of all time. 21 years old. I'm over here typing something about the Elimination Chamber, and I typed Royal Rumble. Who do you want?
I want Raquel Rodriguez, but I also want Asuka.
Here's the thing. I want to see either Rhea or Raquel win. I kind of prefer Raquel because she hasn't been given that spotlight.
Yeah.
And Raquel's a big woman. Jade Cargill's a big woman. Mm-hmm. They'd be slapping some woman meat all across Las Vegas.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, it would be fun to watch. I don't know how I feel about the Jade Cargill women's title run. I feel like it's been forgotten about in a sense where it doesn't feel like as big deal as it should be. No fault on Jade, I don't think. I also don't think she was quite ready for the spot. That's neither here nor there. Not saying she's not good, but
I'm happy that there's actually like quote unquote like a real beef between them two.
Yeah. So it'd be interesting to see what happens. I don't think it's Tiffy time right yet. Not again. I think it's time to cool her off. Just not cool her off completely. Just cool her off from the world title scene for a little bit. And Rhea doesn't need a world title. She's over everywhere she goes. Over like Rover. And Alexa Bliss, I don't think is kind of at that scene yet.
I think AJ Lee obviously is going to pull out against Becky Lynch because that was my earlier prediction. Anyway.
Oh, you think AJ's going to be the IC champ?
Yeah.
We'll just wait and see.
Yeah, because you remember I made that prediction way back. So.
Well, I still have my do-rag if I lose.
Okay, cool. We're going to have to bedazzle the do-rag this time. We got to put some rhinestones on that joint.
Well, I'm a girl dad, so I'll probably find some somewhere.
All right, let's continue on.
August 1992 is when history was made. Ron Simmons defeats not just anybody either, Joe. He defeats Big Van Vader.
Oh, yeah.
In Baltimore to win the WCW World Heavyweight title.
Man.
1992 is how long we have to wait for our first recognized Black World Champion.
Yeah.
The NWA could have done it in the 60s, but didn't. They chickened out.
Of course not.
WCW did it, and it was a clean victory over Vader. Nobody did that back then. Vader's one of the toughest, best big men to ever wrestle.
He was.
And if you haven't seen that match, it is not pretty. And not saying it's not a good match, but it is not a pretty match at all.
We should do a Big Van Vader match recognition thing coming one day.
I was going to talk to you about that in the next week or two.
All right, cool.
Because we're heading up some big territory.
Yeah.
Starting next week.
Mm-hmm.
So I was thinking maybe we had a big person to talk about.
Right. I'm constantly shrinking, but
Yeah. Yes, you are. My boy has lost. Do you mind if I share here?
I don't mind. Go ahead.
My boy has lost 70 pounds so far.
Yes.
Round of applause. Kudos. Travis, hit the on there. Congratulations, sir.
Thank you. Thank you. I still got some to go, but man, 70 pounds has been weight off of me, literally.
Yeah, probably knees feel better, your back feels better.
Oh, yeah.
So, congratulations, good sir.
Thank you.
One thing that was special about this, first off, the crowd. The crowd was loud and emotional. It was organic to see such a moment happen.
Mm-hmm.
But I've heard mixed feelings about this, but I'm going to give my feelings and tell me what you think. I kind of like that WCW they never turned it into a race thing. They presented it like it was legitimate sport.
Mm-hmm.
And I feel like that's what made the moment so powerful. He wasn't a black world champion. He was just a champion. He was the champion. And he beat the best big man in the business to become champion.
And then was going up against Cactus Jack.
Man, listen, you guys that just know Mick Foley from WWF are missing out. ECW and WCW.
They're missing a huge chunk of his career.
First off, the mic work in ECW was better than anything I've ever seen in my life. Mm-hmm. And I've seen Jake the Snake Roberts. I've seen some of the best promos in the game. Mick Foley in ECW with a microphone in his hand was money. And some of the matches in WCW, I don't think would have had an ECW or a hardcore revolution like we did without Mick Foley being who he was in the 90s.
Right.
And I'll stand 10 toes in on it.
Which is why he's my number 2.
Number 1. I just dropped something. But after Ron loses the world title, he kind of gets booked into oblivion, as was the case if your name was not Flair or Sting or later Hulk Hogan.
Mm-hmm. But
then he decides to go up north to New York, debuting as Farouk Assad in the Rocky Maivia era of WWF. If you could ever imagine The Rock not being charismatic and smooth like he is today, that was Rocky Maivia.
Yeah, and that's when I first started watching Rocky, turned into The Rock.
The transition was wild, wasn't it?
Yeah, yeah.
And I mean, we've talked about it a couple times before. Let's bring it in now. He was, the anchor of the Nation of Domination.
Mm-hmm.
And the men in that group all went on to do great things. You had Charles Wright end up being the Godfather, multiple-time Intercontinental Champion.
Mm-hmm.
D'Lo Brown, Eurocontinental Champion, did great things in wrestling. Mark Henry, talked about him a couple weeks ago, one of the best big men of all time. And The Rock, I don't know. Did Dwayne ever really do anything?
Did he? I'm not sure.
I don't know. I don't know if The Rock ever made it, Some people said he was out doing movies, but I don't know. I don't see him making any money in Hollywood. But so that Nation of Domination faction, for what it was, man, was incredible.
And let me tell
shortly lived.
It was shortly lived. But when I spoke to him about it at WrestleCade a year back, he did say that, because I was telling him, I was just like, hey man, I was like, right now with everything that's going on in wrestling, I was like, I wish they would just bring back, your Farouk gimmick, bring back the Nation of Domination, maybe bring you back as the manager of the new nation. And he was like, yeah, man, that'll be better than anything going on right now.
He said it just like that too. If you've heard Ron Simmons talk on TV, that's exactly how he sounds in real life too.
Yep.
He sounds like it's like everybody's dad. Like it's that voice, like, all right, man, I'm good.
And I'm grown, but if he says stop, I'm stopping.
Yeah. So, unfortunately, in WWF, Ron didn't really have any big singles titles, but did he have a career renaissance when he teamed up with his buddy Bradshaw?
Oh, man.
One of my favorite things on the internet, man, is listening to Bradshaw tell stories of him and Ron Simmons going out to bars after shows.
Mm-hmm.
And people want to find out how tough they were. And guess what? They were pretty tough.
Oh, man. And just going back to that picture that I took with those two, I don't think that people really understood how happy I was just to be there.
You cannot fake that kind of smile that was on your face. That was pure 90s kid joy.
Yep.
And the wild thing about the APA or the Acolytes at first was they started out as like Ministry of Darkness Undertaker enforcers.
Mm-hmm.
And then they transitioned to the APA, the beer drinking, card playing, hired hitmen of the WWF. And did it work or did it work?
They were so violent, man.
The door. The best part of the gimmick, Joe, I don't care what anybody says, was the door.
Yeah.
If you don't remember, they would have a door sitting in random parts of the arena, nothing around it, but you did not get in their clubhouse without going through the door. And there was
Oh, dang, I forgot the key.
where JBL is going to get into the clubhouse, but it's locked. So he walks around and grabs the key off the top of the door on the other side, and then walks back and lets himself in. Should it be as funny as it was?
And they say wrestling isn't real.
Yeah, they say wrestling's not real.
How do you explain that?
That's real, man. I mean, we've all forgotten our keys.
And had to break into our own house to go around and then go out to the front to open the door.
Exactly. So, speaking of, I'm going to tell on myself, okay?
Okay. All right.
My daughter was 2, all right? And I had to step outside just for a minute to get something. I left the door cracked because it was locked.
Mm-hmm.
All right, cool. She ain't going to do it. She ain't never mess with that door. I walk outside to my car, and then I hear it click.
Oh, dang.
I was locked out of my house with my 2-year-old in there by herself.
Oof.
But thank goodness for credit cards. I had to learn how to be a criminal real quick. But
and break into your own house.
Break into my own house. But I got one word for you, Joe.
All right.
Damn. It really stinks. That was the thing that a lot of people only remember Ron Simmons for. But he made it work. He only had to say one word.
Right.
And that word mattered. Famously, Bradshaw and Farouk were known for beating up Public Enemy when they came to WWF. A little background on the story, according to JBL, which I kind of believe the accounts, hearing what we've heard about Public Enemy over the years. So they had a tables match. Public Enemy was supposed to lose. They get to gorilla position right before they're about to go out, like seconds before music hits. They're like, oh yeah, we're not going through the table. Ron and JBL look at each other like, well, you guys are losing and somebody's got to go through the table. And he said, we'll work it out in the ring, and Public Enemy goes out. So JBL and Ron Simmons look at Gerald Briscoe, who was the booker for the match, and Briscoe says, well, boys, you know you got to win. Make sure they go through a table. And Flyboy Rocco Rock and Johnny Grunge got a Texas/Georgia beatdown like I've never seen on TV. It was ugly to watch. It's funny in the sense that it was unprofessional on both parties.
Yeah.
But in wrestling, it's built on trust, and if you can't trust your opponent to do what they agreed to, sometimes you have to do what you got to do to make sure everybody's safe.
Mm-hmm. And they did what they had to do.
Yeah,
so
they did what they had to do.
Go and check that one out.
I don't fault JBL or Ron Simmons for that at all.
Let's also not forget, we got to kind of back up a little bit because we did not talk about his relationship with Teddy Long.
No, sir.
Yeah.
No, sir. We should, though.
Even back from his referee days with the fast count.
Tired than 2 hairs and a biscuit.
Done.
It would make sense that those guys would have a good relationship too, hearing some of the road stories.
Mm-hmm.
Guys, I can't tell them the way they tell them. Just go back and go through YouTube and listen to JBL and Ron Simmons tell stories on Teddy Long, because y'all would think the wrestlers would be the troublemakers.
No.
It was Teddy.
It was Teddy.
Poor Teddy Long. That was before he was putting people one-on-one with The Undertaker.
Teddy said some things that I would never say out loud.
No.
At all.
No.
In fact, some things I wouldn't even think to say.
No. But it worked. Like, how could you have that kind of personality and just have him be a referee?
Right.
I mean, granted, don't get me wrong, he made his mark in managing in WCW, WWE, but that general manager role was perfect for a personality like Teddy Long.
And with that zoot suit every single time.
Oh man, he was sharp.
Yeah, sharp.
And honestly, the man, I don't know how old Teddy Long is today, but he still looks good in his old age. Like he's aging well.
Mm-hmm.
I think the man will outlive Father Time.
Well, black don't crack. He is 78 years old now.
78?
78.
Don't look a day older than 50.
He don't, like, for real. Like his most recent picture, you could probably say that he would probably be at 55 at the oldest.
Yeah, the oldest.
Yeah.
It also shows when you take care of yourself and don't do too many stupid things to your body.
Mm-hmm. That's why I
Your body
always
will
say,
take care of you.
black don't crack unless you do crack.
Yeah. And then us melanin deficient people over here are aging horribly.
Well, I think I found the reason. The reason is just because y'all ashy. Just put
we
some
are.
lotion on.
We are a little ashy.
Take care of your skin.
For me, for the most part, it's my elbows.
Yeah, just put lotion on, some little shea butter. Make sure that your skin is covered with moisture, so you're not ashy.
Some coconut oil.
Yeah, that coconut oil. You know what I'm saying? Just I think that's the difference. Is that we have been conditioned to put stuff on our skin from the time we were children.
It took my wife for me to finally start putting lotion on.
Yeah.
Because the way I was raised and everything, be a man, you don't need no smelly lotion and all that stuff. And then my wife, I've got eczema real bad. So it's like my wife got me into putting lotion on, especially during this winter time.
Mm-hmm.
She's so sweet too. When I worked in extrusion, my hands would be in and out of water tanks. In the wintertime, they would crack. She taught me how to take care of my hands better, even though that was my job. So thank you, honey.
Yeah.
I'm not just saying that because she's sitting 10 feet away from me.
Cookies, brownie points, and cookies.
Well, I mean, we do have a whole box of Chips Ahoy. Anyway,
Ahoy, matey.
In 2012, Ron Simmons finally gets the due he's deserved and gets put into the WWE Hall of Fame.
Amen, brother.
Deserved it. Special moment. Historically, he's one of the biggest Division I football dominant people to become into pro wrestling. He's got real credibility. He was quiet, he was humble, and he helped normalize having black main event talent without having to acknowledge race at all.
Yeah.
And he paved the way for guys like Booker T, who was coming up in the 90s, The Rock, Mark Henry, Bobby Lashley, and Big E.
Yep. And thanks to folks like him and Junkyard Dog.
Absolutely. He did it without politicking, without complaining. He just proved that he belonged in pro wrestling.
And that's how you know when real diversity has happened. Because can't you stand I can't stand those movies where it's like we have women superheroes and they mention I can do it because I'm a woman and we can do it better. That it feels very forced. You know what I'm saying? Just
that was my whole problem with the She-Hulk.
Yeah. It
took the Incredible Hulk months and years to hone his powers, but she just did it in a few hours. and I think a good example is the Captain America switch with going to Sam Elliott, what's his last name in the movie? Sam Wilson,
yeah.
Going to Sam Wilson, going to Falcon. That new Captain America movie, I put up there with any of the other ones.
It's good.
It's so good.
Yeah.
And I feel like that's one, because Marvel's good and bad about doing this, with diverse characters and stuff. Sometimes they're great about, they're just being a character. And then sometimes they're bad about ham-fisting the whole diversity thing. And then I'm just like, you make it a bigger deal, you trying to make it such a big deal makes it a small deal to a lot of fans. When it just happens because it makes sense in the story, nobody cares.
I don't like how they nerfed and changed the Falcon though, in Falcon Captain America into a completely different character though. This is just a random aside because I'm a movie guy. Shout out to Candidate the Movies. But I'm also a nerd. So in the comic books, Falcon had superpowers. He wasn't just a regular dude.
They nerfed a lot of the characters in the Marvel movies. I'm worried about what they do now, what they're going to do now if they have X-Men. I was halfway waiting on Deadpool, Wolverine. I was worried that was going to be ruined, but it turned out pretty doggone good if you ask me.
Yeah, it turned out pretty good.
It was one of my favorite movies. The year it released. I'm a terrible parent and took my kid with me to watch it.
Oh
So
my God, Nate.
it was a good movie. Okay, the Backstreet Boys song at the beginning, In Sync. I'm sorry, don't hit me.
Whoa.
She's Backstreet's girly, and if I ever bring up In Sync and get them mixed up, I'm in trouble. Uh, but no, it was In
Backstreet's
Sync.
not back. All right. They're not back.
Oh, they're back. Backstreet. I don't know much of the boy band stuff. My favorite boy band is 98 Degrees, and it's only because of a line in One Tree Hill
I
where
think mine is Nirvana, but go ahead.
well, that's grunge. That's not a boy band.
All
If that's the case, my favorite boy band is Slipknot.
right.
98 Degrees, just because of one line, Nick Lachey guest starred on One Tree Hill,
Mhm.
and one of the characters looked at him and said, "Man, these North Carolina summers are hot. Nick, it's almost like it's 98 degrees." And then Nick Lachey punches him in the face. That's the only reason. I don't know any songs by 98 Degrees. That's the only reason I like them.
I've been on an Avenged Sevenfold binge recently.
A7X.
Yeah,
They are not my favorite, but they got a few good songs. They got some
yeah.
bangers.
For some
I've
reason,
been
I've been on them like crazy
I've
recently.
been listening to some metal that I can't even tell you some of the band names. I've just been listening to it, whatever comes on my playlist. But they use a lot of orchestral instruments as well,
Yeah,
like the cello and violin. I love to hear a violin when it's played beautifully. I like to hear a fiddle too. Same instrument, different way to play it.
yeah.
But just to hear a violin and then hear the crash of the guitars and the drums, it's beautiful.
I used to love. My first instrument that I played was cello, and then I
Really
played stand-up bass.
interesting. I never knew
I'm
that.
looking to actually buy a new cello because when things got hard earlier, in my marriage and stuff wasn't working out financially, I sold my cello in order to make ends meet. But now I'm trying to get another one
I'll
at
keep
some
my eyes
point.
peeled.
Appreciate it. If
So,
there's a
sir,
donate, if there's somebody who wants to donate to me a cello, new or used, it doesn't matter. I would greatly appreciate it.
help my boy get
And
him
the
a
stand-up
cello.
bass too. Not the bass guitar, the stand-up bass.
Could you play a bass guitar? Similar concept.
I could say similar concept. I could, but actually I'm more attracted to lead guitar
Okay.
than bass. Yeah.
You play?
I play a little bit of everything, but my three instruments that I can say that I can play are cello, bass, piano.
I played a mean tuba back in middle school.
Where well, I'm just musically inclined. Like, give me some sticks, I'm playing the drums. Like, I sing, I play instruments, like I do it all. So, and I dance a little bit.
I dance badly, but I do try.
You dance well. You do really good.
Only when I do the Kishi shuffle. So, friends, that was Ron Simmons, and we did not nearly. It's hard to even scratch the surface
Yeah.
of such a great career that Ron had. With that being said, there is some stuff we got to talk about.
Let's talk, guys.
We appreciate each and every one of you guys here on YouTube, and we're going to still provide content on our TikTok. Audio only is going to be free, and we're not doing this for anything other than if you want to help support the podcast, our long form videos are now going to be on Patreon.
Right.
$5 a month, man, less than a cup of coffee,
Right.
less than what you spend at Starbucks every morning.
Just help us out, please.
You get to watch these magnificent. Almost said something else. These magnificent videos. Because I was trying to combine words that don't exist. So,
but yeah, so I mean, there are reasons for us doing this. Obviously, one is we are a business and we need to make some money. So in order to make some profit, we got to figure that out. But I believe that, if we give some exclusivity, because the podcast is seeing our visuals is one of the things that we'll be able to offer. We'll let you all know what else we can offer as time goes. I have a lot of ideas, but there will be exclusivity if you pay your $5.
Absolutely. Absolutely. And also, man, it opened the door for us to be able to do more. We want to interview some talent. We got some talent that's willing to hop on for free, some talent, some big names that I've had the privilege to reach out to. They charge, and I would love to interview them and give you guys that awesome content. But in order to do so, we got to have some bacon in the pot.
It's like with my singing gigs, I need to figure out how much I charge for myself and how much I'm going to charge to make sure that the band is paid. So I need to make sure because the band pay is going to come out of my pay. So I need to make sure that everybody can eat.
Absolutely. Yeah. And we're trying to work together. We get some sponsors and stuff going. Who knows? Might change some things around. But for now, this is what we're going to try, and pray that you guys come tag along with us. Because we have seen some growth over the past few weeks. We are over 25,000 views overall on YouTube. So thank you guys for that. And the easiest way to help us out, go to the merch store, check it out. It don't cost nothing to look.
Get a book.
Get a book.
Yeah.
Because those are slowing down.
All we need to do is we'll do a relaunch.
February royalties are looking like 20 cents right now. But yeah, we're gonna throw some stuff at you, and we'll talk at you some more. All right. All that being said, it's been my brother Joe.
Fantastic day. Love y'all.
And this has been your favorite bald man on the internet, Big Nate. Eat your heart out, Simon Miller. I love you guys.
AKA Bam Bam Jr. Peace.
Bam Bam Jr. Peace.